How can I be a stronger Christian? Well, say what Jesus says. At the very end of the book of Matthew, Jesus says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age." Now, what that means is that you get to share Jesus. And I want to give you a few tips here. When you share Jesus, don't talk about God. It is true that Jesus is God, but God becomes sort of a wiggle room in our culture. It isn't as specific. When you talk about Jesus, you're talking about the God who died on the cross for me, to free me from my sins. When you talk about God, that becomes very generic and can mean just about anything. And when you talk about Jesus, let me highly recommend that you talk about who Jesus is, not the stuff that you think Jesus is. Basically, go back to what we talked about on Monday. Get to know the real Jesus really well and not some picture you have of him. See, the more you know what Jesus says better and better, the more accurate your view of him will be, and then when you share him, the more accurate that will be. Now, in about a week and a half, we're going to be talking all week long about specific ways to share Jesus well. So just hold on a little bit, and Lord willing, you'll get to hear that then. But if you want to be a stronger Christian, share what Jesus has done for you. Share that Jesus is all about forgiveness.